'Cause baby, it's the everything for me.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As y'all seen by the title, today I'll be telling y'all a story time of how I got arrested behind my booster friend. Okay, this is one of them pick y'all friends wisely type of situation. Okay, first, before I even start this video, I am in Florida, y'all. I'm located in Florida. This is literally the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. We do not have power. I do not have internet. It's a food shortage. Y'all, it's so much stuff going on right now, but I wanted to give y'all a video, or at least have like a pre-recorded video. This is my second video actually. Lots of prayers. It wasn't honestly as bad as they made it seem. If anything, it's just the annoyance of dealing with a hurricane after any hurricane, which is like power outage and all that extra shit. So we're in a new setting. I'm using my natural light, which I can say looks really good. I'm not as done up. I really don't care, because after this video, I'm gonna go lay my ass down or go outside to find some internet or go fishing, something to keep my mind busy. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the word of the day.
Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart.
The word of the day hit a little bit more for me because, y'all, when I tell y'all, I anointed my whole house, my neighbor's house, and praise God, I was praying that the category 5 would turn into a 1, but it turned into a 2, which is that's still better than a freaking 6. You know, that we wouldn't have any damages, and we didn't. My neighbors and us, we only had like fence damages, and it's the type of fences you can just put together by yourself. So, but God. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. If y'all remember, I was telling y'all senior year, I switched to a new school. So we gonna pick off there because this is when everything happened. When I said my senior year was the most like exciting, drama filled, like story time-ish year of school, one of my big goals was to meet new friends. I had friends at my old school, but y'all know how it goes. Senior, you got cliques and all that. I wasn't really in the scene of drama, messy. I really didn't relate to none of the girls like from the school I was going to prior. So I was excited for like a fresh new start. So going to the school, eventually, probably like a month or two in the school, I met 2 girls. One that I don't think I'll ever do a story time about because she was not a bad friend. She was a good friend. We are cordial. We aren't as like locked in as we was before, but I love her. If you know who you are, you know who you are. My other friend, we're gonna call her Desiree. That's the booster. That was the booster. Okay, so I'm just gonna describe Desiree for you. I have another story time that I was hesitant on making because I didn't want it to seem like, oh, girls are jealous of me or anything, but Desiree, but let me tell y'all why. So me, I put some of my pictures in some of my videos before. I have like a curvy body. I wouldn't say I have an hourglass body, but I have like a really nice shape. I have booty, I have boobs, I have just enough amount of boobs. My waist, you know, it's a little, you know, I look good. Let's just say I look good, and I got a pretty face with it. Desiree, no shame to nothing, because I never thought she looked any type of way, nor did I ever in my mind compare her to me. But Desiree was just like heavy set, like with the boobs, probably like a I don't know. She told me her bra size once before, but I don't remember. But let's just say she was really heavy set, y'all. Really heavy set, and she really didn't have as much like butt. She didn't have butt at all. So in our friendship, it was a lot of like her being insecure and trying to like put her insecurity on me. I want to do a story time about that, but I'm not sure if y'all gonna like that or not. But y'all let me know. Anyways, so that's a little description of Desiree. And she's Jamaican also. We're like, she's Jamaican, not just my family is from Jamaica. No, we're actually from Jamaica, okay? So me and her, with that being said, bonded a little bit more. I've never had like a Jamaican friend, which is so freaking crazy. And honestly, I was excited for the friendship. Just a little bit about our friendship. When we first got to know each other, I realized she had a really strong personality. I am more on like a middle. Like sometimes I am really timid. Sometimes I am really outgoing. It kind of just varies when you meet me. Anyway, so I realized she was really outgoing, really like bossy, really like dominant, if that makes sense. Like really aggressive, if that makes sense, but not in a way where it's like, all right, I can't be friends with you. It'll be a little moments where it's like, watch your mouth, boo, but nothing too big. So anyways, around this time, it wasn't a trio anymore. It was kind of like a duo. Our other friend stepped away to focus on her relationship. Cool. So it had to have been around, it had prom season or homecoming. Something was coming up. I just remember that. Something was coming up. And now we had to really like be around each other more because we want to plan these events and all that extra shit. So with that being said, we used to go over each other's houses a lot. Or really necessarily, I wouldn't say hang out with each other a lot outside of school. When we started going to each other's houses, I'm pretty sure I went over Desiree's house before she came over mine. So I get to Desiree's house. We're in the same community, which was super cool. And I get to her room. She have like so much like nice, expensive shit. I love that because one thing about it, finding like a girl my age at that time who had the same shit that I had, I don't mean to cuss so much, but had the same stuff that I had. Not to say that it was materialistic. I never chose my friend based on what they had. It's more of, I don't want to be feeling like I'm just like being boastful or being like I have more than my friend. You know, I don't really like that feeling. And a lot of my friendships in the past, I had to minimize myself like a lot because I didn't want them feeling the ways. And eventually the friendship ended because they felt some ways, even with me trying. So going over her house, I realized she had a lot of shit. Like this girl had more than me. And I love that. Like I was like, finally, bitch, I cannot be the one who have everything. She had her own car. Let's start there. That's a huge thing. She had her own car that she wasn't sharing with anyone, right? And then in her room, she had like a collection of like perfumes, expensive perfumes, and Bath and Body Works stuff. I know we don't really think Bath and Body Works is like that big, but it's like seeing like damn near the whole store in her room. That was like, mwah. And then she just had so much shit. Let me put it like that. Like anything you thought of, she had. It was literally a store. So when I seen that, I was like, oh shit, I love that. I love that. I end up complimenting her room. I'm like, oh my God, this looks really good. It's like a whole store in here. Woo, 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 woo. And she has some of my favorite scents. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And with me saying that, she volunteered. She was like, do you want anything? If you want anything, you can take it. So I was like, oh no, you're good, girl. It's okay. I could just go get it for myself if it's that serious. So she was like, no, just go ahead and take it. I don't need it. So she was really always like generous. So this next day come around, right? I come over her house again because now we start hanging out with each other a little bit more and we're at each other's houses a lot more. So she bring out this duffel bag, y'all, and she like empties out everything in a duffel bag. She has beauty, she has Bath and Body Works, she has Victoria's Secret, she had shavers, like razors, she had lotion, panties, like she had pens, like lip glosses. Like y'all, I'm not gonna lie, she had everything you could even like think of, like headbands, y'all. I just remember she had the most randomest shit, but it was like all needed, like it was all like a necessity. So I'm looking like, what the fuck? Where did you get all this shit from? And she just was like, oh girl, I'm gonna put you on. She never really told me anything that she did. She always just said, I'm gonna put you on. So you know me, I'm like, okay, girl, I'm not gonna question it. I'm getting hella free shit, and it's stuff that I needed. I didn't even think to get. I can't even, like, I wasn't even thinking to put my money there. So I'm like, all right, shit, I'm just gonna go get it. So I get my stuff, and I think that day my cousin was in town too. So I was like, is it cool if my cousin comes? So she was like, yeah, you can have your cousin come over. Cause she had these shorts that I know for a fact fit my cousin. I was like, I know she would love them. So my cousin came over the next following day and got her some shit. Now this is the day that my cousin really, like, my cousin is really the one who low-key, like, started putting two and two together. She was like, so how you got all this? How you afforded all this, and what made you get all this? Just asking all the right questions. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna just tell y'all. I'm gonna just tell y'all later. But, like, for right now, just pick what you want. So when my cousin started asking all them questions, I started, like, thinking about it a little heavier. Like, yeah, bitch, what's really, we're gonna skip forward. So this is ultimately a day where we actually go to the mall together, right? I just realized that I was always shopping, and she was always just picking up stuff that she liked. Like, oh yeah, you like this, you think this look good on me, do this together, like piecing outfits together and accessories together and stuff. And every time I would be like, oh yeah, girl, that look cute, and give her like my little, you know, extra razzle-dazzle to have how the outfit could look cute, she would always like kind of disappear. And I'm guessing in this moment she would like steal and come back and be like, oh, okay, girl, well, let's find something else to do. And every store that we went to, I would get some stuff, and she would like not have nothing. Mind you, this is what made it not too telly for me, because back then, that's when like the tote bags was in. Like, so I think she had a Victoria's Secret tote bag. It was one of them cute ones too, and it was really big. So, and it had a zipper. Let me put that there. It had a zipper. So it's not that I didn't see it or I didn't like see the stuff in her bag. It was more of, this bitch was hella sneaky. And this one night, this was the night that I realized that she was a booster. So like I said, she will always call anytime we'll go shopping and then show me all the shit that she got. And basically be like, oh yeah, these are super cute. Kind of like bragging. Like, she had this thing of like bragging everything that she got. And I will always be like, oh girl, when did you get it? And she'll be like, girl, don't worry about it, I just got it, it's cute. So I'd be like, all right, girl. And me and my cousin would be on the phone at this time, and she'd be like, I think your friend is up to no good. And I really feel like she be stealing, because it don't make sense how she always have all this shit. She don't have a receipt. My cousin pointed this shit out, because she was like, when I was over there, she don't have a receipt for nothing that she has. And I was like, yeah, girl, I think you onto something. But I was never one to be like, yeah, you're right. Right? And it wasn't because I was being naive. It was because I was with this girl day to day, and she hit it really fucking good. Back to the night that I realized. So we go to Walmart, y'all. We have like the super center Walmart. We go to Walmart, and it had to have been like 11 o'clock. I don't know why the fuck we're at Walmart at 11 o'clock, but like I said, she used to always come over my house. I used to be like, okay, let's go. So we left that night, and we got there. This was when we was in like our content bag. I kid y'all not. So I had just started doing my nails and stuff, and I need a ring light. I needed a ring light. I needed like professional shit that looks good. And I'm like, all right, that's what I'm gonna go for. She was like, okay, I need a ring light too. Just kind of like going off of me. The way the Walmart is set up is, it's like an emergency exit. You know, y'all know like train stops where y'all have to like pass through that little thing right there. So it's that. So that's how we came in. We can't leave that way. So she's like, so I'm like walking past that to go to register. Here go Desiree. Desiree have the cart, y'all. Desiree have the cart, and Desiree pushed through the sensors and pried the door open, because y'all, it's midnight. It's midnight at this time. Walmart don't do that double door shit, open it. It's one door. You come in through one and you go out through another one, and that's it. This girl, it was a little crack in it. She pried through the door, and she gets the cart, and she runs to the car. So here I am like this, like, what the fuck? She ended up saying, oh, I thought you knew. I'm like, no, girl, I did not know. And why would you even like bring me here and not tell me what you finna do? We ended up going back and forth, yelling back and forth. And she was like, I'll pay you back. It's okay. I'll pay you back. So I'm like, all right, but I'm not gonna go nowhere else with you. She ended up paying me. like for the shit. Like she basically paid me for the stuff that I would have paid for. So I'm like, all right. And I took a little moment from her, y'all, and we end up following up with one another. And she was really generous. She was like, here, can you you can have this, you can have this. I know you like this, I know you like this. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It was I took it simply because it's like, way to make up for what you did. Round of applause, way to make up for what you did. I'm not saying that this is smart. I'm not saying that this is something I recommend anyone doing. I do not recommend being a thief or feeding into it. No, I do not. I'm just saying at that time, y'all, I'm young as fuck, and it is what it is. Like, I don't have to explain myself to y'all. It is what it is. I took it and I ran with it. Simple. So this is the time that I got arrested, right? So yeah, I remember we were going mall to mall. We were looking for clothes once again. Okay, so let me do a little bit more explaining to y'all. No, after Desiree stole from Walmart, we did not just like stay friends. I wasn't really clear. Me and Desiree had stopped being friends for a few months. I'll say like 3 months, and then we rekindled. When we rekindled, that's when everything that she had been stealing, I guess in between them 3 months, she was picking up some stuff that she knew I liked. And I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it was just like little stuff. This girl was a booster. So anything like on the higher end, like a nice chump change, like YSL perfume and all them little extra stuff, yeah, she was that type of booster. Not the little lip gloss and I mean, I had some, but it wasn't just that, right? And then fast forward, even after she gave me all of that, we were still taking our time. And once I really moved past it, that's when we had went to the mall before. And I do want to also say that I did tell her that I wasn't going to be on none of that with her. And I warned her many times that I'm not going nowhere with her if she's going to like steal. So I know I edited this video a lot to where y'all didn't hear my extra yapping. But just know that this was said like in the story in real life. And yeah. And we have like the bougie mall. I'm not going to give too much descriptions because if I say what mall it is, y'all going to know where I'm located. And people be weird. We go to this bougie mall this one day, and I dressed up really good because one thing about it, I know environment. Okay, clock that. I know environment. So this one, Skims was popular. Let me say that. So I go to Nordstrom in the mall with Desiree, and I call my cousin. My cousin be knowing. I called my cousin, and mind you, I had already told her about what happened. So I'm in Nordstrom, and I'm like, girl, I'm gonna pick up some Skims. Do you want some? And she was like, yeah, who you with? Da, da, da. And I ended up telling her I'm with Desiree. She was like, she called me. She was like, I want you to know, don't be doing nothing with her. Don't even allow her to do anything because at Nordstrom, you can go to jail. They do not play, they're real straight. And she was like, I had a friend of a friend who did some crazy shit stealing in Nordstrom and she got picked up. So I'm like, oh girl, I'm not gonna do that. And me and Desiree, we shopping separate. I'm not playing them games with her. So my cousin was like, well, you know, just to put it out there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm picking up my Skims. I'm shopping. Y'all know Nordstrom is really limited. So you gotta have some coin and you gotta be going somewhere for real to like shop in Nordstrom for real. So I go downstairs. She's upstairs still and she just have like a pile of shit in her hands. And I'm like, all right, girl, like I pray to God this is not the same shit that you did the other day. So I go downstairs to the fragrance because my dad's birthday was coming up. Actually, my dad's birthday is today. Let's say happy birthday for Papa Cristel, okay? October 11th. So literally I was picking up some cologne for his birthday. So same time around this year, I'm like looking at the expensive perfumes because I want to do my dad good. You know what I mean? I want to get him something nice, smell good, last, and all that. So the employees are just looking at me. And y'all know how y'all experience like discrimination, racism, and shit like that in stores. So I'm thinking, here we go. They don't think I can afford it. And knowing that I save my little coins up for my dad. So they're looking at me, and I have this weird feeling. And I'm like, let me just put my stuff back. Like, let me just put my cologne bag. Let me not even touch their shit because they looking at me too much. Like, I'm going to the shoe aisle, somebody looking at me. I'm going to the cologne, the bags, the clothes. It's just people looking at me. I feel like eyes on me. So now I'm uncomfortable. Now I'm ready to go. And I do want to mention this, y'all. I had a tote bag on. This is sound fucked up or like I didn't learn, but like I said, tote bags was in, and I was wearing my tote bag. One, I had my Louis Vuitton tote bag with me, so like I said, I was dressing the part. And I had like a Gucci scarf on, right? And let me say this. No, this was not my first time at the mall. Like, let's just get that out the way. And this was not my first time wearing my tote bag in this mall or in Nordstrom or in any designer store at that mall. So I don't want it to sound like a Desiree got a tote bag she be stealing and Christelle had her tote bag so she was trying to steal with Desiree. No, it was more of this was what I normally like would pick up. Like any of my designer bags I was gonna wear to a designer mall because you don't want them to look at you like, oh, she just here looking. Like you wanted some type of like respect or some type of, you know, like presence, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I was dressed up, and like I said, tote bags was in. It wasn't just us two with tote bags in the mall. It was popular. All right. I was looking cute, I'm not gonna lie. And I have my Louis Vuitton slides on because like I said, I want to look like money so these people could take me serious, right? So that also alerted me. I'm like, I have all my shit on. Like, I'm not finna steal while y'all looking at me like that. So come to find out, y'all, Desiree upstairs kind of been felt this, right? She dumped her shit. She dumped her shit in one corner and left the store. So with her doing that and the camera's already looking like, oh, we know each other and stuff, they're looking at me now because I'm pretty sure they're probably waiting on her to call me or me to get a text to be like, leave. So I'm putting my stuff down back. Okay, so fast forward. Put my stuff down and I'm getting ready to leave the store because, like I said, I feel uncomfortable. I leave the store. I see Desiree's at upstairs on the second flight. So I get on the escalator, however you say it, and I get up there. It's this guy, y'all, in all black with an all black, like literally, like, bitch, you're not no undercover. You're in plain sight. Black glasses, black baseball hat, and his little thing in his ears. And I'm going up the escalator. I'm like, am I tripping or he following me? So I start going up because I'm scared. I'm like, this nigga is following me. I start running up the escalator. And he start chasing me, y'all. So I look at Desiree and I'm like, Desiree, like, I'm scared. So she start running. I start running forward. And I'm like, why is he chasing me, y'all? Why is he chasing me? He started running after me. I get close to the door and he speed up. That nigga did turbo boost or something and grabbed my arm. Desiree escaped. So he's like, grab me, and I'm like, why are you grabbing me? Why are you grabbing me? Just yelling and shit because I'm nervous, y'all. I'm thinking I'm gonna get trafficked or some shit. So he's like, you were stealing. So I'm like, what you mean I was stealing? What you mean I was stealing? So he was like, you and your friend, we've been watching y'all. She dumped her pile. And I'm like, why are you not getting her? Why are you not getting her? Because I know she's the stealer here. He was like, oh, she dumped hers, but you still have yours. And I'm like, no, I don't. I left everything in Nordstrom. And I'm thinking in my head, they just trying to pick like the slowest of us, or they just trying to get one of us to make like some type of like example. Come to find out, I get put in cuffs, y'all. I'm in the room. I'm gonna cut it right here because the video got long. I'm gonna do a part 2 here. But I get in the room and they empty out my purse, and it's all of the shit that Desiree, I don't want to say all of the shit, but when me and Desiree was shopping together, or when she did come beside me and show me some stuff, she put stuff in my bag. So it's some of the stuff, expensive shit that Desiree was picking up in my purse. So I'm in the interrogation room and Desiree is blowing up my phone. I see her blowing up my phone. I'm gonna stop the video right here because y'all, this shit is crazy. I'm gonna try to find the videos if I can. But like I said, I am in Hurricane Milton not in, but I am dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Hopefully it don't take too long to upload this video and for me to do a part 2. Like I said, I love y'all.